Hello, everyone. How are you? I am Trina Boldenfields, and I'm hopping on today for tea with Trina. Happy Black History Month as well, and I want to share with you what I'm having for tea. I'm having jasmine green tea, and this tea is one of my favorites. So it's just I haven't had a taste yet at all, so I'm excited. But it's jasmine green tea with a touch of honey. So that's what I'm having, and it's very tasty. I got tuned into jasmine tea, and I may have shared this previously, but I'm going to share it with you for those of you who are new and maybe don't know. But I got tuned into jasmine tea at a coffee shop in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, Uncommon Ground. They serve this loose leaf jasmine tea that's absolutely lovely. And I would always ask for honey, and they would put it in this clear glass mug for me. And it would be amazing, this tea. And so, whenever I have jasmine tea, I'm reminded of that coffee shop, of that time spent, and just love it. And I really, really like jasmine green tea. So I just have to share that with you. Okay, I'm not for sure what you're having, but hopefully you're enjoying what you're having today. And today I want to talk a little about life transitions, trusting the in between, and support. And I'm going to be on with you today for just a little bit of time because I have appointments today. And my schedule has gotten shifted around, but that happens and that's okay. That comes up from time to time. But I really want to start with talking with you about the moments of shifting, um, and being in those moments, because there are times, and I'm experiencing one, when something is clearly shifting, right? You know that or you sense that there's a change or something going on, but it hasn't fully totally shifted yet to where it is going, that energy that something is changing or there's a change coming. And I think about that now because in times when you may feel like you're packing up, you may be packing boxes or preparing physically, emotionally, spiritually, and you may feel like you're landing in the in between. In case I'm gonna raise my hand because that's me right now, in the in between. I'm in the middle of a huge life transition, where as many of you all know, I move and travel quite often, have a lot of transitions, and so navigate that in my life with family. And so we have an upcoming move coming this summer. And so I'll need to process that and kind of clear out things, take a look at what I have and clear out things that I no longer need, and get myself ready for this upcoming move. And I also think about the emotion. What am I trying to say? Not the emotion behind that, but the internal process of that as well. That's what I'm trying to say. When there's an internal shift happening, which I have that going on as well, and the need to clear things out, right? And make space for and get ready for who you are becoming, in a moment. And I'm having that happen as well. And so when this transition comes up for me internally, and it will also come up physically, it's really important to sit and be present in moments. Just want to share this, and I also have to share this for me too. Make sure that I'm aligned with what's going on for me internally, and make sure that I can sit still when I need to. Because if the energy is of stirring, is of activating, is of trying to do and overdo, I can overextend myself, right? And so in these moments where these internal shifts are happening, it's important sometimes to just be still, right? And work on that alignment. So I am reminded of going to what is most important for me, what is something that I'm looking to grow into or step into, and how can I cultivate that in my moments and in my now? Because it's so important when you're entering transition, when you're entering a shift or change, because you have these other emotions that are coming up as well. It could be grief, that something is shifting and changing or ending. I'm thinking about that move. They're beautiful friends that I've made here, that I'm gonna have to say, "Okay, I'll catch you when you come visit me next time or when we meet here." So a little bit of grief around that, about not being able to see them as often as I would like, but also a little bit excitement about that next phase, stepping into the uncertainty and the unknown. Sometimes there can be tiredness or fatigue around the transition and what's happening. Even when you're moving physically, if you've done that move, you get to your new place and you just may be exhausted from all of the things that have gone on. But also having feelings of hope, and all of this can happen within the same space and time. And so this is why it's important to like be in the moment and be still and allow yourself to align in the ways that you need to align for what's coming up, and specifically for me. But I think transitions happen, yes, in life. And when they happen, there may be some things that are asked of us. It could be of ourselves or of the process. Um, but the thing is I think we have to really think about how we can not hold on so tightly to what used to be or what was. And I am the main one that need to like hear this message from me, because I am that person. Like, I want to hold on to what's familiar. I mean, maybe you feel that way too at times when you need to shift and change. But it's really important to get to in the place where you can trust yourself enough. Trust yourself, and yes, know that it's okay to step into what's next and to allow yourself to step into what's next, because it's okay to do that. And the truth is no, you may not have all the answers. Um, no, you may not all have all the answers. And I remember sharing an MLK quote that says, you may not see the whole staircase, but take that next step of what's in front of you, and how important it is to do that on a regular basis, especially when you have change and transitions or when you're going through it. Um, and I understand that, not having all the answers or maybe not seeing the whole staircase at once can feel unsettling. But it's really important to just allow yourself to be and understand and know that you don't have to control every aspect of a situation, or need to know the outcome before it comes, because the learning and engagement and the growth happens along the journey. Sometimes as things are being revealed as information, as you're learning information and you stepping into that understanding, right, and the knowing. And what I need, to also remember, and I want to encourage you in this too, is that support, you can ask for help, right, too, along your journey. So needing support when you're transitioning or going through things, is okay. And it's okay to ask for help when you need it. And I've been thinking about that particularly because I know that we're in places and times and in a specific time where a lot of people are needing help right now. And I've had space in my therapy practice and the work that I do with my clients. I've had some open spaces. And I remember, just Friday, I mentioned to someone, "Oh, I have 8 spaces available." Today, that space is 5 spaces, that are available now. And that has shifted as well, right? Just onboarding more people. So I do have 5 space in it, and it tells me something here that people are reaching out for support, right? We need it. People are choosing self-care and acknowledging that this is a time to get the help that they need, when you're journeying through life and journeying through transitions, or journeying through grief or something you may need support on. And I want to share that that's okay. And if you're moving through that, if you're navigating through a transition, a change in life, a change, in relationship, change in career, or a move, know that it's important to be able to connect with someone, to support you through your process. And you don't have to hold on to that by yourself or navigate that by yourself, but you can reach out, right? And so if you know you need support in that, reach out to someone. If you're in Minnesota or an expat, reach out to me and let me know if you need support, and I can provide support or share some resources with you. I know that this is a season of change. This is also a season where there's a lot of hard stuff coming up. This is also a season where there's a lot of hope and support, and you see people out there championing each other, being there for one another, and helping out in the best ways that they know how. And that is a lovely thing to see. And so I really, really appreciate it. So I just wanted to come on and share that life transitions happen. It's okay to be okay in the in between and to trust that you're going to be okay in the in between. And when there's chaos or uncertainty or grief or unsettling, and you need support, to reach out for it, to ask for some help. Okay. So, wherever you are today, if you're at the beginning or in the middle or at the end of your shift, I hope you know and understand that you're allowed to be who you are. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to be held in the moments that you need to be held in. And you're allowed to take the time you need to figure out your next step. Right. So, I wanted to share that with you as I'm journeying through my own transition. I want to thank you so much for tuning in for this Tea with Trina. Know that I'm sending so much love to you, so much care and gentleness in this time. If you're moving through change or transition or facing some really hard things based on where you are in the US, based on how things may be happening in your city or community. But I hope that you're able to get the support that you need or help somebody else out in this time. So thank you so much for tuning in for Tea with Trina, and I'll be on in the future for another Tea with Trina. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.